All right, today we're gonna be taking a look at an optical compressor by Warm Audio. It is called the WA1B. This unit is another recreation of a famous compressor you've probably seen in many studios, the CL1B. So we're gonna go ahead and run some audio through it, turn some knobs. Also, we'll take a look at what's on the unit front and back and see what we think. All right, so the first thing we're gonna run through this is going to be vocals from a session I did with this band called the Skeleton Crew. Let's go ahead and start on the verse of this song. Now let's jump over to the chorus where the singer is projecting a little bit more. All right, let's take a look at these controls here. We'll start on the right side with the on-off switch. And then we have our LED for the power. This is really cool. This is the meter calibration, which usually is pretty hidden on units. So if your meter is a little bit off, you can actually fix and get your calibration just right directly on the front of the unit, which is awesome. And then up here on the top row, we have our meter selector. So we can switch from input to compression to output levels. Then we have our threshold knob, our ratio, and output gain. Down here we have our attack fast and slow and release fast and slow. Over here, this is a unique part of this compressor. If you've seen a CL1B before, if you're familiar with this, there's essentially a fixed attack release mode on here that just sounds absolutely incredible. Then we have a fixed manual, which is a summed combination of the fixed setting and your manual setting together. And then of course you have your manual setting, which allows you to just completely control attack and release. Then over here we have our bypass switch, which is a true hard bypass, meaning that if you run your signal through here and you bypass it, you're not running through any of this circuit and coloring any of the signal. And then you can engage it right on the front. And then over here we have our side chain bus selector, depending on if you want to run side chain to this compressor, you can select the channel right here. Okay, now on the back here, we have our power connection, fuse. We have our sidechain inputs, 1/4 inch. So if you're gonna use your sidechain inputs on here, you have 2 TRS 1/4 inch inputs for that. You have your output, both XLR and 1/4 inch. And same thing with your input to the compressor, XLR and 1/4 inch connections. Okay, so next let's solo the vocal and flip the compressor into manual mode and play around with some of these settings on here. I think we'll start with the attack and release.
Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? I took her to dine at a little cantina. She left for some wine, but there's another senorita in tow. Oh, no. Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know?
Now let's adjust the ratio, but let's go to the extremes and then hear it in the middle.
Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know?
Okay, now let's flip back from manual mode to fixed mode.
Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? I took her to dine at a little cantina. She left for some wine, but there's another señorita in tow. Oh, no, no, no. Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? Met a girl down in Mexico City, dated a while and then it got a bit hairy, you know. Oh, do I know? I took her to dine at a little cantina. She left for some wine, but there's another señorita in tow. Oh, no, no, no.
In addition to vocals, obviously you can use this on a handful of other sources, bass, drums, acoustic guitar, things like that. It's gonna be really useful and you're gonna get a lot of versatility with the attack and release controls on it. I've now had the compressor here in the studio for about a year. I use it when we track vocals, especially if I want more of a transparent compression, but I want to go heavy on the compression on the input for vocals. But otherwise, it lives as a hardware insert on the vocal chain. It's just a part of my template, and every time I turn it on, it just makes the vocal warmer. It brings it right to the front, and it's nice and transparent. It's not like totally changing the color of what I'm doing, and it's not noisy. I love the hard bypass feature on it as well. So if you're interested in checking this thing out, it comes in right under $1,200 if you get it from Sweetwater. I'll put an affiliate link down below this video, so go and check that out if you want to see any more details on that. Let me know what you think of this thing down below, and if you'd want to hear it on anything else, maybe we can try it out on something else in the future. Also, if you like this recording, you're interested in booking a production, we are now doing productions here in the studio. Full facility, we've got a production room upstairs. We're going to be doing a lot of different types of projects, from live bands to pop records, and it's been a lot of fun. We're gonna have some videos where we unpack some of the productions that we've been working on here on this channel in the future, so make sure you are subscribed. And if you're interested in doing any studio time here in the studio with us, with me, my buddy Gabe, go to my website down below, andrewmastersmusic.com. We'd be happy to have you here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.